Okay, I caught it this time live. Good midnight, everyone. It is April the 26th, a little bit after midnight, like 1 minute Pacific Standard Time. I'm Stephanie Stanley and representing TBC, Ending Global Poverty 24-hour broadcast channel. Okay. How is everyone tonight? I'm well. First, I'd like to start off because I have to fix this problem, and I'm assuming it is a problem because I can never see who's in the chat from the community or otherwise. So I went back through my videos to list the names of the people, which I believe all are in the community already, the TBC community, to give a shout out and thank you for supporting my slot 39 midnight um, um, channel, my broadcast. So I'm going to read a few names. So if you're listening, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If not, you will hear it another time. Okay, so first I have a Bitcoin Scott. I believe he's in the Asian country areas, may be mistaken, but let me know. Jules, Ann, thank you so much. Sky, Feria, thank you very much. Stephen Cuffy, hopefully I got that right. Copying off of the voice of TBC and his pronunciation of your name. Kimberly Watson, we actually did the second year anniversary together. She's here in Arizona with me. Mom's Magnet, I've seen her several times. Thank you so much. I think she's over there in the Netherlands. GW Publishing, I believe that's Gerard. I thank you so much, Gerard, and for all you do for the community. Jack Freeman, thank you. Appreciate that. Lorraine Judy from South Africa. She did put where she was from in the chat. So I appreciate all of you. See, I wrote my list down so I can say thank you so much. I appreciate that. So let's get started. I want to, well, first of all, read the blog that admin wanted us to read beginning our broadcast. So I will start there first and then continue with the post, the blog post, because there were several, so I want to catch up on them. So we'll go there and then read one of the most recent ones. So let me get started sharing my screen. Here we go. And like the picture goes off into the void or something. That's pretty interesting. Okay, present to everyone. Okay, let me hide that so that that's not showing. Okay, so I believe you see my screen now. So let's go here. Let me go to the top. So everyone who's broadcasting in the community, the TBC community, the Billion Coin, we will be reading this every time admin wants us to do this to bring in the TBCs who've maybe gone away, went to sleep, or just had to take a break, and now we want them to come back because we're migrating. We don't want anybody to lose their coin value that they have in their wallets. Okay, we don't want any losers, no losers in the TBC community because you didn't know about this information. Okay, so just had to stop that. I'll call him back later. So let's go to, okay, so this here is April, as you see, the 24th. So I keep this on my laptop to remind me to always read this. So it says, did you know you have to get your transactions verified in order to redeem your cookies in May? Excuse me. So this here is what you'll see in your Kringle.cashback office on the left-hand side. I went over that, excuse me, last night in the video, so you can watch last night's video to get more detail on that. But I'm going to read this here. And also, as you can see, message to all broadcasters. So that's what I was saying, for us to remind ourselves to read this. Couple minutes to do that. Okay, here we go. Do you know what this image above is all about? If you don't, then pay attention. Do not migrate until you have all of your transactions verified. People are too anxious to press buttons when they appear. Don't do that. Some things are not reversible. Study this past article. So there's a link to a past article that you can click on. And I clicked on all of these yesterday or last night or midnight yesterday. So you can look back at the video yesterday and see that. So I'll continue. Also, remember that if you did a transaction with a seller and you can get a hold of that seller and you cannot get a hold of that seller to verify your transactions, you can go to any leader and partner up with them to verify your transactions for you. Please read. So here's another blog, excuse me, that, excuse me, let me try here. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. I did that before, but I guess I needed some more. Excuse me. So please read this particular blog. There's a link to that to explain what admin is saying. If you have any questions about anything related to TBC, go to the live broadcast and ask anytime. So there's another link which gives you the schedule of our 24/7 live broadcast. Okay, message to all broadcasters. For the next 3 months, always read this short article on all of your broadcasts, which I'm doing now. We will be waking up a lot of TBCians that are clueless during migration, and soon this article will be buried in the blog. I will direct all of them to go to the broadcast to get up to speed. It might take up to 5 minutes of each of your broadcasts, but it may also bring you some personal business. So also, here's also a self-promotion blog link. Okay, so that's read. What I did, and I believe it's helping, I just went up here to go ahead and edit it, bookmark, so I'll kind of have it or can find it quickly. So that may help anyone to kind of keep it on their desktops or close by so it doesn't get buried in the blog as admin is updating us constantly in our TBC, the Billion Coin community. Okay, so now I want to go to Kringle.cashback office, the 2019 cruise area. So I already have that up. I wanted to bring to your attention, um, this is the cruise that we're going to be going on next March for our 3rd year anniversary celebration. So we're going cruising, TBC community. So we voted on the cruise. The Caribbean won with 499 votes. So that's where we're going. The Western Caribbean on Royal Caribbean International Cruise Line. 7 nights adventure of the seas. So there you see the itinerary. But I wanted to go here towards the bottom, but I want to read this also here. Okay, so Western Caribbean 7-night adventure of the seas won the vote. Select the cabin you are interested in. You can see the current cabin vote at the bottom of the page. We need 50, says here 50 members that already have the funds now to purchase a cabin on the cruise to indicate which cabin they want below. Once 50 have done so, we will set a date to make the purchase, which means purchasing all together as a group. So no one goes, rogue and just go out and, hey, I purchased my cruise already. Okay, we're waiting for a date. So do not purchase before that undetermined date yet. Okay, so not yet. So we're just voting now. So here's the inside stateroom. Okay, that's usually no window. I used to do travel a long time ago. So ocean view, that usually has windows. Very nice ocean view, so you can see. The balcony, oh, excuse me, I have to go down. Balcony, so we know where the balcony is. You can step out your sliding doors and go out there. And then the suite, okay, kind of like the hotel suite, but on the water. Okay, so far here are the voting results. Okay, so 5, 8, 4. So it looks like we may be almost halfway there. Okay, so then we'll be adding more. Admin will be adding more, cabins as we finish with our 50. And yes, we are paying for our cruise with our own fiat dollars, not TBC. Okay, so just want to reiterate that. Perhaps maybe the next year, or something down the line, but we're paying, as you see, US dollars. That's what we're paying in our US dollar currency. Okay, so thank you for watching that. Let's scroll up back to the top. Okay, so now it wants to stay at the interior stateroom. So now we're going to go to here. But before we go there to catch up on some blogs, I want to, let's see here, featured broadcast. Okay, yeah. I want to go here because I got a question. And when I asked the person how long they've been in TBC, it was a while. And of course, they didn't get back to me. They wanted to know what the price of the TBC was a couple days ago. And I was kind of shocked. I'm like, you don't know that important information to at least know that. So it's like, people, if you're listening and you've been in TBC, I would even say longer than a month, you have to put in the time to do your reading, listening to videos. I'm going to do a topic on that. You have to log in your time to become a TBC scholar. Like we have Stephen Cuffey, where he says he's the TBC expert. He reads the blogs a few times, he says, for understanding. So you have to at least read it once, at least. So I'm going to go here just for GP. Here's our website, billioncoin.info, calculators, currency calculator. Okay, so I'm really already there. And you want to put in USD. Hopefully that person is watching. And then click one up with the arrow. So 3,761,485 US dollars. That's what one TBC coin is worth in United States dollar. Okay, so I just wanted to do that to clear my conscience. So hopefully you're watching and that's where it is. Okay, there we go. So that's just even telling me he doesn't even know where our website is. So that's unfortunate. So let's see, let's just go back through here. I can get through a few of these and then read the short blog I wanted to read for tonight. So this is a video, 50% TBC and 50% cash. I believe these two did a transaction of goods, which is a laptop. So you can watch that and see how they manage that. Okay, so we're gonna go back. So yeah, you can do that, 75% TBC, 25% cash, however, the two parties agree. Here's a video. Let's see, thank you, James Murphy, aka the TBC Power Box. I haven't seen this one yet. I have to do some catching up. But okay, yeah, that's right. Crystallized son, I believe. So yeah, so that's his video. Yeah, they're really a good mother and son, I believe, team promoting TBC together. And then we have the send button meeting, which was last week. So with that, please, if you have a send button turned on, make sure you, on Mondays, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, attend the send button meetings. Okay, you'll find the link in your Kringle.cashback office under, let me just jump there. I'm jumping around. Here we go. Send button meeting. So when you click that, this may take me out of here. You will see that. Okay, so send button meetings right here. Okay, and it's available, the link, about 15 minutes before the actual meeting begins. Okay. Oh, we're over here. Sorry about that. I had both windows open. Okay, so let me go from the bottom up to the top. That's where I'm going to go. Okay, so the mind of the discounter. So that's a poster article. Make sure you read that. It's pretty short. Hopefully I'll get to some of these along the way. But it's talking about the discounters, and their mindset. and how we shouldn't be creating confusion in our community by discounting the value of our coin. And I've spoken about that in a few videos. If you're value TBC, you won't be discounting. So anything, and remember, even in your own lives, if you value it, you won't undermine it. That's the word, undermine it. So no undermining TBC, because TBC is going to definitely end global poverty, okay, and set us all free. No undermining TBC, because TBC will set us free. How's that? Okay, so and then we have Paul Fisher. It's a video. Okay, so click on that, and TBC coins there. Oh, okay, oh, it looks like gold there. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so we'll go back to our blog and go through, and that was April 23rd. So I guess I should mention the dates. So still April 23rd, I believe. I clicked on this one last night trying to find another one. So I did read that last night. So that's also Paul Fisher again. Okay, in his poster there. And there we go, send button meeting, send button meeting. So let me just click on this. So usually admin gives us a heads up, and then here we are an hour before the meeting. So we get another another post about the send button meeting to get our attention to make it to the meeting. Okay, so that's good. I was looking for another word, but it didn't come. Okay, so and then here we go, send button meeting now. Okay, so there's no excuse if you can make it that we're not alerted to that there's a meeting. Okay, TBC embraces the police and the military in our community. Okay, and let's see. It's a winning cruise poster. Just want to go through these. And we already went through my Kringle Cashback office and looked at that and how to select your cabin. Okay, whether it's the inside, outside, ocean view, stateroom, and then the pricing, cruise regular pricing. So definitely look at the your back office to get updates on that. Okay, because it shows it in US dollars. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and then here's a video admin added to our blog post. Okay, Bitcoin hater George Soros finally admits he wants in on crypto, and that's like the CEO of Chase Bank. He did the same thing. So don't let these guys fool you. Don't let them fool you. They know what's going on. Okay, Jimmy Hoffa. Just want to click on that. Okay, so he's doing his broadcast. Got the attention of admin. Okay, and then I think I'm now back to page 1. There we go. Okay, so just to let you know, this is what's going on in the blog. So definitely every day, a couple times a day, to keep up to date with where we're going with TBC and the in our community. Okay, here's another one. Authority figures from all over the world recognize the power of TBC. So I believe someone here may be royalty. Yes, and they perhaps it's in Asia, the Philippines. I haven't watched it yet. And then they have their big banner here, So we're definitely being embraced as a community all over the world. And then here we have, did you know? Okay, that's the one we read before our broadcast. Yeah, there we go. And that's April 24th. So that looks familiar because I read that beginning when I started sharing my screen. Okay. So, and then we're going to keep going up here. Merchants are rolling in. Open your eyes. So here's a picture. Okay, we accept TBC here. Okay, again, that's over in Asia. Okay, so for those who don't know, the Philippines and I believe Nigeria are the two countries in the world who have the most TBC members. So they are two areas that we can learn from for promoting TBC, because they're basically have put it in action, put the vision of admin in action. Okay, and that's because that's their vision too. You can only really act on something that's in your heart. And if it's there, then you've already seen it, in your heart and your mind. So that's also your vision too. So, I applaud the Philippines and Nigeria for that. Something we have to catch up here in the States to do. Okay. And then here it says, reject the words of a twisted mind for your own sake. Okay. The voice of TBC. Okay, this is broadcast 28. So this was a really good one. I have to listen to the end of it. I got most of it. So I think they're talking about probably a disgruntled TBC in which they're looking to, talk to them on the air, but I don't think the person wants to do that. So, definitely, if you have your concerns with TBC for whatever reason, because more than likely you have your own agenda, I would say, again, introspection. What are you doing and why are you doing what you're doing or saying and feeling that way? Okay. Who else out there as a community, a group or organization whose goal is to end global poverty? Think about that before you, spew, unnecessary, right? Confusion and negativity. Who else is doing that out there? And if you can't support it, like they said, sit down, do your own thing, and we'll do our own thing. We'll move forward with it, And then when it's said and done, then, maybe then your eyes will be open. So that's all I have to say about that for now. And then we have here, warning, the trolls are becoming more desperate the closer we get to migration. Okay, so that's broadcast 29. So we're at April 26th. So another broadcast, he does them daily, I believe 11 a.m., the voice of TBC. Very informative, very insightful. He was created for the voice of TBC. That's all I can say. Okay, and then we have a poster here, huge pay raise just ahead for all TBCians. Stay close to this blog to learn more. Okay, so again, this is how we get our news. Okay, this is how we get our news. You know how you go get the paper, how people used to go pay, 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2 now for the paper. Okay, this is how we get our news. We open our paper, we open our blog, we go to blog.thebillioncoin.info for our news. Okay, and then here we go, video in Dutch. Okay, that's Mom's Magnet. Okay, she does her videos. Thank you very much, because you are definitely one of the ones who watches at this time. I believe it's morning there in Europe. So you're up, I'm assuming, and awake at that hour. Okay, and then let's see here. This is the one I want to read. So basically, this is the 26th, this is the video, and then this is the most current blog by, or post by admin. So this is the one I want to read, and I'm doing pretty good with time. This is a short one. So this way I'm caught up too. So it's interesting that this is the picture, because this is what I was trying to find yesterday and ran over a little bit after my half hour. So this is April the 26th, so it was posted not too long ago. So I'm going to read this about the Kringle, TBC Kringle's explanation and clarification. Okay, so it says, since the Kringles in the new wallet is coming, and the new wallet coming have two less zeros, all the cookies will also have two less zeros. Okay, let me read that again. Since the Kringles in the new wallet coming have two less zeros, all the cookies will also have two less zeros. Okay, and that's because we are collecting cookies and redeeming them for Kringles. Okay, so here we go. So we're matching one with the other, so this way there's no confusion. Okay, so TBC dot Kringles. Okay, so let's go ahead and read. Okay, there we go. I can see the length of that. Okay, so the new wallet will have two less zeros on the Kringle side of it. See the poster above to see what I mean. Okay, so that explains the old wallet, new wallet. So that's two less zeros to count. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros as opposed to 8 zeros. Okay. But the loss of those 2 zeros doesn't change the value of those Kringles in relation to the decimal point. In order to make all things balanced in value, we will remove the same 2 zeros on all of your unredeemed cookies. So please don't send in a bunch of support tickets when you notice the loss of 2 zeros on your cookies. Mathematically, the value is exactly the same, and I hope you understand decimals enough to know that an infinite number of zeros on the right of a number that is situated on the right side of a decimal point has no additional value. Okay, so that's basically general arithmetic. But if you don't understand that, you can go ahead and Google it or YouTube it and get a clearer understanding. So 0.000, all of these zeros, is exactly the same as 0.000. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm assuming this is 8 zeros because my eyes are getting closed into zeros. And then this is 6 zeros. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. We are in the distribution phase of the TBC economy. And we don't want to clutter up the new coin network and blockchain with a bunch of very small transactions in the cents. Okay, that's great. So that's why that was very good forethought, actually. Wonderful. So they got rid of the 2 zeros to make the transactions easier. Okay. So sorry, at this time, it is not a good time to buy a piece of bubblegum using TBC. Exactly. Down the road, we will develop a separate Kringle wallet that can do microscopic transactions that will have all the zeros you would ever need to buy your bubblegum. Okay? Or basically just smaller transactions. Okay? I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe $5 or less or something. Cutting off the last 2 zeros on your cookie rewards will happen before May 1st, and the day the redemption period begins. Like I said, this change will not impact the value of those cookies once they are redeemed for Kringles. It just keeps things easier to understand because this will keep cookies in equal value with Kringles. 1 cookie equals 1 Kringle. As of April 30th, we will no longer be giving gifts of Kringles because, as I have said in a previous article, those kinds of gifts leads to a lot of orphan coins that are lost forever in the TBC economy. It's like burning paper money, and we don't want to do that. It's just gone. Instead, we will give people cookies instead as the gift. So when the change happens in the next couple of days, people will get 250 cookies instead of 25,000 cookies. Cookies, like Kringle, don't lose any value when the last 2 zeros are cut off. Okay, so to whomever needs to read that again, I may go back over it again for understanding. Please read and read that for complete understanding. And with that, I'm going to sign out. You'll see my information is on the bottom. If you have any questions about TBC, again, make sure you do your homework, meaning reading the and making yourself available for listening to videos and understanding TBC. and then we can go ahead and talk. So remember, $100 worth of $100 purchase, $100 of US dollars will get you one full TBC coin. So the cookies will be redeemed for Kringles, and then from admin's wallet, you'll get your one TBC coin. And if it's $200, you'll get 2 coins, or 300 coins. So forever, each 100, that's the amount of TBC that you will get in May next month from admin's wallet. Okay, through the Cookie Rewards redemption program. Okay, thank you. My information is below, and thank you for listening, and have a great 24/7. Okay, all right, good night. Peace.